What is up, Denouement series? It's me, Anthony Castillo, for you guys today. I wanted to just bring with you guys a new topic of discussion. I am pretty excited about this one. It's a little lengthy, but I'm gonna try to cut it short just so I can make it simple. I think it's appropriate to have it on my channel. That way it can kind of be resourceful. A lot of people approach it in different ways and have a different way to explain it, but let's get started. I wanted to draw on the topic of psychospiritual health. Like you guys know, this channel is about spirituality and it's about the involvement of health. So what is psychospiritual health? It's related to the relationship between the spirituality and the mind. So when we have those two together, we definitely want to make sure that those two are very codependent, because spirituality has to do a lot with the mind. It has to do a lot with how we see our world and how we are going about it. So I wanted to just focus on 3 types of spiritual key points. Actually, I wanted to hit on 4 of them. So I'll go ahead and just run through them really quick. That way it can be resourceful. We can kind of have a basic foundation with it. And that way we can also kind of bring a little bit more of a challenge to this as well. So the first one is having true emotional insight. With this in mind, we want to be able to have 3 points. We want to be able to conceptualize an emotion. And with that in mind as well, we want to know what the affect analysis is going to look like as well. And then also you want to have the spiritual side of it as well. So that's the first key point, is having a true emotional insight. If we're going to focus on just the emotional aspect of something, we definitely want to be able to look at those 3 points and really investigate more deeper into that particular insight. The second one is going to be the intellectual insight. This one will have 3 parts as well. You'll have a critical thinking part, you'll have an analytical thinking part, and you'll also have a logical thinking part. So with this in mind, if we really structured this part and if we were to dissect this out of this discussion and we were to focus on whatever we're trying to critically think about or critically assess a particular topic, a particular paper or particular research or something like that, we would focus a lot on the intellectual insight. The next one would be the interpersonal insight. If you're looking to draw on this idea of what is the movement analysis and as well what is the communication analysis. So this is very vital as well, because in spirituality, in your health, interaction and interpersonal dialogue, it's very important to have in your life because it's a key part of our own well-being. And finally, I want to just leave you with this last one, a psychoanalysis. It's a type of theory, a type of technique. It helps kind of bring up this idea, the repressed fears or the conflicts that we often associate ourselves with or we might have stored. And it helps us kind of bring that dream interpretation of certain things as well. But yeah, I wanted to just focus on those 4 key points, all related to psychospiritual health. I'm doing some extensive research right now on having this foundation and this basic principles in play for my channel, just so that it can benefit later on as well. So those are the 4 key points I wanted to focus on: the true emotional insight, an intellectual insight, interpersonal insight, and then psychoanalysis. So if we can distinguish all 4 of those basic areas, we can be solid and we can have a very, very solid foundation. So I want to just leave you with that. I definitely want to provide you guys more topics of discussion. Remember, this channel is about spiritual health. It's about embodiment, and it's also about learning how to find areas of your life that you want to focus a lot on. We have so many different systems operating at once, and sometimes when we can learn how to synthesize our thoughts and how to synthesize our overall intent. If you saw my previous video, I talked about intention. I kind of worked it in a framework of artistic way, but yeah, we want to be able to have an intention of what are we actually trying to complete. I've also fallen into that trap of not using the right skills at a right time, and so it often didn't go as planned what I thought it would go. But that being said, remember to subscribe to the channel. I want to be able to provide you guys more content like this, and definitely more insight. So but yeah, I want to be able to progress this channel. It's a lot of development. I know it's not easy for anything that we are learning to develop, but it is possible if we just keep going and we put as much work as we can. So all right, guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one.